Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to New Listings at Noon. I'm Karen Ringo, a realtor in the DMV area.
And I'm Alison, also a DMV realtor.
Awesome. So, guys, I cannot believe this is the last show of 2021. Can you believe how fast? I don't know. Did the year go by fast for you?
Went by fast for me, for sure. Yeah. I feel like it probably did for everyone.
And I almost feel like it was like two separate halves. Like the first part of the year feels so different from the second half of the year. Did you get that same feeling this year, or
in terms of real estate or life or both? I mean, yes, the answer is yes.
Yes, I would say all of the above. And but how was your Christmas, your week? Did you have a good holiday week this week?
It was slow, and that was great. So, doing a lot of reflecting, business planning, things like that. Trying to get ready for the buyers that I know are going to be excited to find their home in the spring. So, how about you?
Awesome. Well, my week was fun. I am actually in Indianapolis, right outside of Indianapolis, in Carmel. So I've been up here with my in-laws, with my kids and family, and we've just had a wonderful time this week. So it's been really fun.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So, okay, well, guess what? We have a fun show planned for you guys. So we decided that our last show of the year, since this year we've probably featured, I would say, over 60 plus homes on the show this year, maybe even close to 70 homes. And we decided we would pick our top 10 or our top 10 favorite homes that we've featured on the show this year. And so it was really interesting. We had a little healthy debate going back and forth, trying to decide, which ones were our favorite. And we have some similar tastes and some different. So, but it was really fun. So
I think we found a good mix of homes that are definitely tops, and of course, yes, you and I debated back and forth a little bit, but I think we've got a really solid list for everybody who's watching.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start from 10 and take it down to our top number 1. So our number 10 home, we'll let Alison start with number 10.
All right. Number 10 was I loved this listing. I mean, I'm going to say that about all of them, but absolutely love this listing. It's 3601 Whispering Lane in Falls Church. We actually featured this one not too long ago. I think early December or really late November, actually. It's a mid-century modern, and it's in Lake Barcroft in Virginia. And this has it's just a really great kind of area close to everything. And it was listed at $850. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's just shy of 2,000 square feet. And I loved it because of all these angles. It had some original touches from the original house, which I thought was really cool. And it ended up selling for 26.5% over list price at $1,075,000, which is pretty incredible. But I think it speaks to the location, the fact that there are people who are willing to pay a lot of money for mid-century modern homes, and also they're just so cool and unique.
Awesome. Okay, well, our number 9 listing, one of our number 9, our favorite listings, was 6706 Honesty Drive. Okay, let me bring it up. And this home is a 6-bedroom, 5.5 bath brick colonial that was located in Willard's Crest. So this is in Bethesda. And I really, really love this home. I got a chance to see it in person, and we have a few more shots just to refresh your memory of this particular home. It had the beautiful entryway with the beautiful staircase. It was just gorgeous when you come in. The home has a gorgeous family room, and I just loved how the gourmet kitchen with the huge countertops would flow into the dining room area and to the family room area. And then the gorgeous, this is a wood burning fireplace that also looked out onto the beautiful backyard. So it was just a gorgeous home. And here's one more shot. It had a great rec area downstairs. So just lots of space downstairs. It even had a gym as well, and an extra bedroom and bath downstairs. The bathroom in the primary bath was really large, redone with a beautiful shower. So it was just one of my favorites. It's just a beautiful brick colonial home that was done really well. and by the same architect in a neighborhood that had, I believe, 17 brick colonials that were done. So,
wow. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice listing. I don't think I was co-host when you presented this one. So this was a fun one to look at when you showed me.
Awesome.
I think it's okay for us to say we only are putting up 3 or 4 photos per listing. So it's hard for us to maybe summarize if, but we can, of course, we'll talk about it as much as we can, but it would have been a 3-hour show if we had done 20 to 30 photos per listing. But okay, so now I'm on to number 8. Personal favorite of mine. This was my listing, but I love this listing. It's 1424 Buchanan Street Northwest, number 3. So it's 16th Street Heights. It's an area kind of near Petworth, above, up 16th Street, like the name implies. It's a quiet kind of neighborhood, and it's a classic Wardman that was converted into 3 condos. It was, 2-bed, 2.5 bath. It's about 20 square feet. And the reason why I really loved this listing in particular was because of the ceiling. There are some really unique angles in this place. The second shot, I believe, really gives you a full picture of the cutout in this home. So over to the right there, you kind of start to see it jutting out. I really hope we picked the photo that has the full view. You can start to see kind of how that cut in is there on the left on this photo here in the kitchen. It was the covers to all the kitchen cabinets is like this really awesome kind of veneer, like wood panel look. It's super unique, really cool. I loved all the warm colors. And
I think we missed that one. I think we just had this at the last one is this one.
Okay. All right. Well, just trust me, I guess, that it had a living room that kind of bowed in the middle. And normally that might seem like a weird thing to have in a place, but it was really what separated the kitchen and one of the bedrooms from the living room space and the other bedroom. And so it was actually nice kind of pass through, and it had windows all on it. So really cool. But really the thing that sold, I think, everybody on this was this massive rooftop deck. I tried to pick the best angle here to show you because the deck continues to the right, but you're slightly up, like literally up in DC on, you're higher up. So you have a good vantage point of everything. This listing I listed at $630 and it ended up selling for $686.5. I remember we had a bunch of offers on this. I think a lot of people fell in love with the fact that it was just such a unique space, with such an awesome outdoor space, really close to everything in the city.
Awesome. Okay. And moving on to number 7, Alison, this is one of her favorites too. So I said, we'll let Alison tell you about this one as well. So going to number 7.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So this one is 440 12th Street Northeast, number 307. It's in Capitol Hill. Obviously, like the name of the game for me is like funky and unique. So as soon as we get inside, you guys are going to see how incredibly cool this place is. Angles. These angles I thought were stunning. This was actually another listing that I was not part of. I was not a presenter on the show for. So when we were going through the listings that I'd been on the show all year and I saw this one, Karen actually said, Alison, you're going to love this one. And I love it. And I had picked it out too. So we knew that it had to be on this list.
It had to be on the list.
It had to be on the list. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just the coolest angles there. Like I would want to spend all day in this space. But to give you more details, it was listed at $625. It was a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,380 square feet. So that's big for a 2-bed, 1-bath place. And of course, some of that square footage is under the angled walls, right? So it makes sense that it's a larger square footage. But anyway, it ended up closing just over list price for $630. And it was just, I mean, I feel like it's treehousey almost, like with the angles, like an A-frame, like in the woods, like that's the feel I'm getting. And it's just, I don't know, so stunning. So
awesome. Okay, well then that was number 7 on our top 10 list. And if you are watching or if you have a favorite, we would like to know. Leave it in the comments. If there was one that we featured this year that was your favorite, feel free to leave it in the comments and let us know. We would love to hear that. Okay, so number 6 coming in, let me just go grab it, was in Arlington. And this home is 1311 North Highland Street. And so this was a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 2 half-bath home, and it's in a village called Lyon Village, that's in Clarendon. This is an incredible new contemporary construction. If you look at it, let's bring it up a little bigger. If you look at it, it was a custom built home. It was custom built in 2020, and it was over 5,700 square feet. And one of the reasons why this one was one of my favorite is just I am in love with that wine room. So if you can see it, let me just show it. I'm in awe. I love the glass wine rooms that a lot of the new builds are doing. I also love the kitchen. They had a beautiful gourmet kitchen with a gorgeous fireplace that was, there's an outside patio and you can use it on the outside or the inside in the big family space. And it was just gorgeous. I mean, you can't get over how beautiful that space is. And then the one other thing that I loved about this house is the rooftop. And so it had a really private rooftop area with a bar and lots of sitting spaces. It was just really nice. So just an incredibly, very interesting, well-built contemporary home. So
yeah, this was a recent one. I feel like we just did this one a couple of weeks ago, and I really fell in love with this one as well.
Right.
Did we tell the price on this one?
Oh, yes. And I don't know if we told the price on the other one that was back, but this one is pending. It's listed at $2,800,000, and it was only on the market for 6 days. So we're not sure what the final close price is going to be, but if it's only on the market for 6 days, I would say they probably got their asking price and maybe a little bit more. So,
yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
I'll be excited to see what it closes for.
Yes, I will be watching it. So that was number 6. Number 5, Alison.
Number 5. Okay, we're back to Capitol Hill. This is 18 9th Street Northeast, Unit 206. This is the most darling studio. I was going to say known to man, but I don't know what's up there. First of all, it is only 352 square feet. Mm-hmm. So I was really impressed with what the current owner had done to utilize storage and to create little spaces for that person to live. Obviously, when you have a small space, also coordinating, the design and the colors is very important. I think pink is adorable and love it. So I also just aesthetically liked this. This nook in the kitchen. I mean, I remember you just have to tell yourself over and over again, 352 square feet. The fact that you have a nook with that little area. I don't think we have the photo here, but there's like a bookshelf literally above that doorway threshold. There you go. You have
put it in there.
Yeah. It's just, you have to be creative with space. And so I was just really excited when I saw this listing because it's really like practicing what we preach kind of listing. It was listed at $315. It closed at $315. So I think they probably just found the right buyer who really cued into the same things that I'm talking about today. But yeah, that was a really, 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 really great listing for number 5.
Awesome. Okay, so this is going by really fast. This is really cool because we were wondering, should we do top 20? But we settled on top 10 because we didn't want it to be too long and we wanted it to be fun for you. So our next one, we had a special guest, realtor friend of mine, who had a listing that was so ultra cool that was in Philadelphia. And so because of his listing, it was so cool. I wanted it to be presented on our show. And so this one came in at number 4. Alison, do you want to tell the address? Do you have the notes?
Yes,
on that
I
one?
do. So this is 105 South 12th Street, Unit 400 in Philadelphia. This is another one I wasn't on sadly was not on the show for because this place is amazing. Again, when Karen and I were going through and choosing which listings, if this was within the Beltway or not even, if it was in the DMV area, this would have probably been like my number 1. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. I mean, it's just so funky and cool. And it's very like Baltimore, Philadelphia kind of vibe. So you just don't get a lot of this stuff in DC. But anyway, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,525 square feet. It was listed at $875. It ended up closing not too shy of that at $850. I don't know if you heard any interesting kind of tidbits or anything when your friend was presenting. But I mean, I just think all the touches in here are so cool.
Well, it's definitely located in the heart of Washington Square West and Midtown Village in Philadelphia. And it's called the Premier Loft Residence in the historic White Building. So that's a little tidbit that he shared with us when he presented it. But yeah, very cool 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo.
Yeah.
So I think we have one more. Let's show you the kitchen. I love that kitchen. It's just really neat, unique. And then there's one of the bedrooms. And if you can just see the gorgeous window, it looks out, has that little balcony that's right outside of the window. It's just, I love all the brick. And I love that the brick throughout is a little bit different as well.
I love that there's brick on the ceiling, right? I mean, like that you never see. Truth be told, I'm not sure how that happened or why that happened. I haven't seen brick on the ceiling really ever, I think, in a residential place. And I would never think to do it. And I don't think I'd ever put it, in my home. But if I inherited it, like the buyer of this place, I would just totally lean into it. I mean, and just really enjoy it for how cool it is.
Awesome. Okay, so that leads us to our number 3, our third favorite on our top 10 list. And our third favorite is 12205 Lake Potomac Terrace. And I got a chance to preview this home and look at it. This is why we picked it. We love unique, different homes. And if you could just see all of the angles, the round, this home is just gorgeous. And it was built by an architect, go figure, right? And it also sits, another great part is that it sits on a 2-acre lot. And so you just have, a large lot. You're surrounded by beautiful, forests or wood. It's just gorgeous in the winter, gorgeous in the summer. It's a contemporary home, and let's take you in so you can see some of the pictures just to refresh your memory on this home. But gorgeous fireplace, gorgeous skylights, beautiful floors. It's just an awesome. This one also, I didn't show a picture of the primary bath, but I remember we laughed about this one having the sexy bath.
Sexy bathroom, yep.
Yes, it had the sexy, huge jacuzzi tub with the mirror. Here's a picture of the kitchen. And you can just see how the kitchen flows into the dining room, which flows into a beautiful outdoor patio. So gorgeous patio. And they also have a screened in porch that I'm not showing because we only can show a few pictures just to refresh your memory. But just a lot of space to be able to sit out and enjoy your surroundings. This home has 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. And it's over square footage is 3,855 square feet. It was listed at, let's see, this is our number 3.
I've got that in front of me. Yeah, 1,550,000.
Well, so it closed at 1,550,000, but it was listed at 1,299,900.
Wow.
Thank you, Winona. Winona said it's a gorgeous place. Isn't it gorgeous, Winona? Mm-hmm. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yes, and it closed at 550,000. So
1,550,000.
1 million. Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, Winona. I'm like reading your comment and like trying to talk at the same time, but thanks, Winona, for that. Absolutely great. And then we have one other comment, and this one says looking good. So thank you, Corey. Thank you. So moving on, that was number 3. So we're going to move on to number 2, our second pick, and I'll let Alison tell us about that one.
Okay. Number 2. I love this home. It's 11813 Ivanhoe Street in Silver Spring. It's a Charles M. Goodman mid-century modern home. I mean, how many more times do we have to talk about how much we love mid-century modern homes? We could have made this a top 10 mid-century modern home list maybe, but well, we didn't. This particular home it's a 3-bed, 1-bath. So I think, it might not have been the top of everybody's list just because it has 1 bathroom, but when you see inside of it, it is absolutely awesome and done so well. So I'm going to try to forget the fact that it just totally matches my aesthetic taste and that it's black and white like what I have in my house. But when you have a house that it's 1,036 square feet, so it's not big, again, I keep commenting about effective use of space. And the glass and the light in here certainly makes it seem bigger, right, than the square footage that I just said. But you know, it's just such a cool listing. You know, the kitchen's open. They've done some changes and upgrades. The you know, wood on the ceiling here is just a really cool touch. Just so many windows. And I don't know if we had an outdoor space photo of this one, but it actually had a really nice outdoor area as well, which is pretty pivotal to me making it in the top 3 because that space is so great. And it was listed at $485. And so it was a really nice price, right? For people, which is also something like we can all pick like $10 million listings that are our favorite. But I think, having ones that are, in a more affordable price range is also good. That being said, this did sell for $520,000. Because I think of how cool it is. But still, I mean, to get a single family home for that price, in the area is just still really good. So, Karen, I remember you liked this one as well. I mean, the glass,
I did. Yes.
The whole glass front is just like,
it's just gorgeous. Yeah.
So that was my number 2.
So that was number 2 on our list. And now we are coming to our number 1 home. So after going back and forth and debating, our last and final number 1, our favorite listing for the year is 7613. Let's show the address. Rosdew Court. That's in Chevy Chase. This home is pending right now. It was listed for $2,995,000. And it's pending. It was only on the market for 6 days. Let me just show it up close. This home it's a contemporary home, but it has a mid-century kind of vibe. And I think that's why we really love it. One thing is it had this incredible family room that was it has 2 family rooms, a smaller one that's connected to the kitchen. And then this big, huge one look at it has gorgeous skylights. It opens into a patio deck that overlooks a pool. So, I mean, it's incredible, beautiful floors. The other thing that was really impressive is that it has a gorgeous kitchen, but it had a butler pantry. This is like a whole separate kitchen behind the main kitchen that was really neat. So if you're entertaining and you have this area to totally do all of your prep behind the scene. And then the other thing was the primary suite, guys. So the primary suite had 2 separate ensuite bathrooms. So there is one that was this gorgeous one with the soaking tub, but then there's another one that had like beautiful dark wood and it had its own office connected. And this is like the whole primary suite takes up half of the bottom half of the house. So you walk in, you have this huge, large bedroom. You have this beautiful one, primary bathroom. You have another one on the opposite side, and they both had connecting offices, connecting walk-in closets, and they both look different. So if you like this, which is more my style, I would take this, and I would give probably the other suite, bathroom suite to my husband. But yes, I mean, it was gorgeous. So I think I have one more of the pool. So this is looking out. It's over 1 acre. It's on 1 acre lot. And so that's looking far out. So you can see how large the house is and the pool, but there's lots of different outdoor patios and just beautiful grassy areas. That's just giving you just a little taste, but that was our number 1 pick. I mean, it's an incredible, impressive home.
I felt like when we looked at these photos, like it was like a home in the Hamptons. Like with that huge living room with all those windows, which it's hard to see in this photo now that we have up, but all of those windows that you can see in the background in the middle of the home, those are these in this photo here. So this is just overlooking that whole pool area. It's just really stunning. Yeah. Really absolutely stunning.
Yeah. So that was our top 10 pick for 2021. And it was really fun to just go through all the listings that we had a chance to feature this past year. And so we're looking forward. Thank you. So we got a comment, very impressive home. Yes, it was very, very impressive. So we're really looking forward to next year, and we're looking forward to coming back in 2022 and bringing you some more incredible listings that were, thank you, Meredith. And she's a beautiful home that we're following in love with. Yay. And Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our last show of the year. And yeah, Alison, I'm making all the comments.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I mean, I think we're going to have some really awesome listings coming up, soon. The spring market's going to hit. Who knows when? It could start in January like it did, has before. So I'm excited to see what we have coming next year. And people can always reach out if they want to talk to us about any of the listings that we have talked about before or any that are coming up in the future.
And like we said, if you had a favorite favorite one that we didn't show this year, feel free to leave it in the comments that we didn't put on our top 10 list. But yes, we had fun doing our top 10 list. So thank you guys for tuning in, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
And we will see you next week. We'll see you next year.
See you next year.
Okay, bye.